First time?
In chess, the pawns go first. Humans and their guns.
Greetings, this is the Evening Run. A pleasure always. Your host, Danoby2.
Twins, Basil, twins. Evening, folks. How is everybody tonight? Let's have some fun, huh? Let's have some fun. Oh, damn. There we go. We're gonna it's gonna be a good show. I'm gonna try to limit the drama the best I can and go down the path of speculation. Let's check in with the chat before I get there. You go. Twins, Basil. Oh goodness. Here we go. Local Lou, what's going on? Hello. Bob Dylan, greetings. Kaiju Daddy from Tokyo in Japan, 3 p.m. in the land of tomorrow. You exist in the future. Good. Rudy's 16 World checking in from 1 a.m, New Jersey, East Coast. Darren, where are you folks checking in? Let me know where you're checking in. Date, locations. I need longitude, latitude, GPS coordinates. 2 p.m. Okay. See, I wasn't even sure if you were gonna. No pressure. Good evening. There you go, James, from Australia. Probably putting out brush fires out there. Hello. What's up, gents? We go, Christian. Miles Morales, he knows what's up. He knows what's going on. Let me what is going on? Here we go. All right. I sent you the link, Mafia, though, but I want video, though. I don't do, if you can. If not, you can join later, though. What's going on here? If you can. I try to show the folks, get a little bit of visual. If you can. If not, I prefer. What's up, Pirog? What's going on? 10 p.m. Next door, California. Hello. Hugo Boss from LA. Please don't limit yourself. Dallas here. Trouble in the morning. I have to take my kids to school early tomorrow morning. China, 2 p.m. There you go. I hope this is Big Brother. I hope it's not an AI bot out there with the CCP. No, I'm just messing with you. Oh goodness, I can't even pronounce this one. Doogie Howser Province. We'll go with that. No, I'm just Guangdong Cheng. No, I'm just gonna insult somebody there. 10:02 San Diego. There you go. Pacific time. There you go. We got some folks coming in here. You guys quite a ground. So no drama. I said no no drama. Knock it off. All right. We're gonna have some fun. There you go. Who's it? Big Brother's. I'm gonna say it in his accent. I thought Moffa was having dinner with Jost. Was he? I don't know. I know he's been making the PR rounds with a lot of the folks in the community. I wonder why. No, we're gonna have fun here. No you can't add keywords like Jazz Inc. and Yoast onto my evening run and not expect to trigger. It's kind of like a fusion reaction. You can't do that. Let Cellgate tell me more. Can you bless Jazzings? I don't perform miracles, right? When you purchase that stuff, you are buyer, at your own risk. Come on now, James. Right? We're gonna have some fun here tonight. All right. So earlier today, uh, tested Adam Savage's tested, got access to the Ecto-1, right? And I get a kick when he gets a vehicle because you can learn a lot from him. And one of the things that he just started essentially kind of bitching right off the video is big space and so forth. This is something that have just been kind of toting, and it's something that, as a 1/6 scale collector, it's hard to grasp your mind. You can kind of imagine, you can kind of theorize. It's kind of like entering the holodeck, but with the safeties on, right? Unless you've experienced the journey, we're talking from purchase to delivery, right? Because typically these vehicles, you need to be you have to be home. You need a signature to unboxing it. To how soon can you unbox this? Is it going to be a day off and so forth? Um, uh, I was just monologuing with the Ecto-1 Mafia. Thank you so much for joining. But
It's because I love you. I'm on my computer.
thank you. I'm
Yes.
explaining the journey because I think I touched with you earlier. Yeah, I can't keep track of time. The journey of owning a 1/6 scale vehicle, and if you've never experienced it, it's a euphoric feeling. It's very different. It's not like unboxing a 1/6 scale figure, and it's even for me in the tenure I've had collecting 1/6 scale vehicles, it's hard to spark my imagination. But every 4 or 5 figures, there's a figure that just sparks my imagination, like Star Wars Echo. That was a figure that tweaked my imagination. The Hydra Stomper that I got, it tweaked my imagination, and you enjoy it. And with every 1/6 scale vehicle I've had, it's been a unique, euphoric experience where it's just like, this is just where you almost want to dedicate a whole day. And it's different when someone says, I have something on pre-order. Oh, I'm going to get the Bat Tumbler on pre-order. And
Right.
but unless you've completed the journey from, it's kind of like a quest. You're going on a quest from start to finish. And it's not just purchase, like saving the money, being home to sign for it. How much time are you going to dedicate? Is because it could be your day off, and then the space, then to display it. Then what are you going to do with the box? Well, I'm going to save the box. Well, why do you end up want it? And I think I threw this at you. Why are you going to sell it in 30 days? Are you going to
No, I told
leave?
you, I was like, I'm just gonna throw it away.
And you
He
did.
laughed.
And you
I was
and
like,
you did.
well,
And you did. And you said I was just throw it away because with the DeLorean and the styrofoam box, I'm like, you know what? He's right.
I don't
He's
need a
absolutely
box.
right.
I don't
I
need a
don't.
box.
If I ever need money down the road, the vehicles are always going to be in my collection at the bottom. If something ever happens, there's a life emergency or something, the vehicles are always. Let's put it this way: if it's the ones that are going to be smuggled out. If the train is going in that direction, you guys are going to go and be put on this list
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
with the vehicles. So, and I just and with the and for the folks that are just jumping in, I got my confirmation from Sideshow that my vehicle, my DeLorean Mark II, is going to charge tomorrow, and the vehicle can show up Friday, it can show up Saturday. I don't know, but I'm like, that's the whole point of this evening run, because it's just like, this is a lot of fun. Like this is the start of the journey. And I've been sharing it with a few people, including Anthony, who's just decided to join us, because this is a lot of fun. If you've never been down this path, it's going to be a unique learning experience. But you're right. I'm taking off the whole new Lauren Brothers. There you go, brother. I'm taking off with the whole.
Happy birthday, by the way, to Jay.
Happy birthday. Yes, yeah. I know you're in the East Coast, Jay. But if you'd like to join, I'm more than happy to send you a link. It's going to be a fun stream. I'm going to limit I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to.
I'm here to keep. I'm here to. I'm going to help you steer the ship. You're gonna be like, oh, shiny drama, and I'll be like, no, we go this way. All right, because I got some things to say too, and I'm gonna keep you right in lane.
You gotta kid me, because all it takes is a few words, and I'm just like, oh yeah, it hurts. Magnet gate. What's up, Nate? Hello, the man, myth, the legend. What's up, Mafia?
What's up,
Comment,
Nate?
like, and subscribe. But he sent me something. Let me see. But yes, your thoughts. We're gonna start off with the Ecto-1. Were you able to see the video with Adam Savage?
Yeah, but I didn't watch it all.
Okay.
So it didn't have my attention. Not that he didn't. I skimmed it.
No.
You know, I'll probably sit down and watch.
See, there's a lesson here that I wanted to. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Bring the channel. Okay, so if you've seen Adam Savage do an unboxing video like with the DeLorean, it was just like, pop, open it up, blow his load, and then boom. With the Ecto-1, he takes his time. And I have a theory. I can't prove this, but I'm almost positive. All right, so I'll start off with my theory right now. I 100% believe that Adam got the DeLorean for free, and I don't care about that. I've said this before. I don't mind retailers comping to influencers. The only thing that bugged me was that he got it before me through Sideshow, and I'm a paying customer, and I'm waiting almost 3.5 weeks or whatnot. That to me is what bugs me. That if you're going to comp it, great, cool, let's have fun, let's celebrate it. But at the same time, let me get my DeLorean. Now, that being said, if I had to put money on the roulette table, I'm almost positive that Adam paid for this Ecto-1. Not full price. If I had to theorize, he probably purchased it at retail in exchange for a plug from Big Bad Toy Store, because I was an affiliate with Big Bad Toy Store years ago, and they're just misers. They're not very generous with their affiliated program. And I'm assuming that they're like, hey, Adam, if you want the Ecto-1, we'll sell it to you at retail, because the retail price is $1,400. I remember that. And in exchange, you throw the plug. And I feel somewhat confident about this, just because of the way the video is described compared to the DeLorean. Hey, you can buy your DeLorean directly on this, and versus the way his video was described, provided by Big Bad. And so there's word in that you can kind of figure out. So where I'm going with this is that with the DeLorean going on wait list, right? The theory was that, well, it got a lot of promotion through Adam Savage's DeLorean video. And there's a good possibility now that I'm speculating is that because Adam got his Ecto-1, most likely that the Afterlife could potentially go into wait list, because there's only a couple legitimate places in the US that you can buy the Ecto-1. And that's Big Bad Toy Store and Spec Fiction, which I am affiliated with Spec Fiction. So if you folks out there are interested in picking up your Ecto-1, or you're interested in it, Spec Fiction is probably going to be the best deal to get. So, but
Yeah,
it just is. With the free shipping, and then for the most states that they don't even collect tax, and with a sticker price of that much, you don't want to you want to limit the actual burn of the purchase, the how much you're willing to spend. Let me take a look at here really quick. I want to do so. Let me see. I don't want to get copyrighted, but he starts off the video, and I'll just play 20 seconds. It should not get copyrighted.
For my cave. This is without a doubt the largest toy, and I use that term in quotes, that I feel like we've ever received here at Tested. It's definitely the biggest toy I have ever received. You could ship yourself in this box. Not that I'm recommending that anyone does that. But yes, what's in here? Well, this comes from Big Bad Toy Store. And it is, oh my goodness. Yeah. This is Blitzway's unweathered Ecto-1. Apparently Big Bad Toy Store found like a few in stock.
So what was really interesting about this was that if you've ever watched his videos, his workshop is a clusterfuck. It just is. It's a hot mess. And the fact that he had to go to his office to actually unbox this was just like, well, this is unique. Like even for him, this is this is a large piece. And as you go through the video, he actually starts to bitch. I don't know where I'm going to display this. I go, oh my God, that's funny. That is funny as hell. Because that's something that I was even just talking about. Like, look, you folks out there, you don't understand. Oh, I'm going to get the Ecto-1. I'm going to get, like, it's not just being able to purchase the Ecto-1. It's there's a few challenges, a few quests when you start this journey. And only a few people, like I know Jay, is educated in how to knowing how much space is needed. You don't own a 1/6 scale vehicle right now, though, Anthony, right?
Not vehicle.
No, but what I have seen from you and your behavior is that you've been really prepping up. You've been like taking measurements. You've been like kind of like a mother hen, like a mother bird nesting. Like I need to have the space ready, so there's no issue, so there's no drama, which is really cool because it's something that I did not exhibit when I got the vehicles. In fact, when I got my DeLorean, my God, that first year I didn't know where to put it until I got the module cases. It really was challenging for me when I first got the DeLorean. I had it like on a shelf. I had it like
wherever you could fit it.
Anywhere could fit it, and it's really cool though because my early videos, every time I would do an unboxing video or something, the DeLorean would always move. That's how annoying it was. It'd be like on a top shelf, and then I move it to the poker table. Then I never threw it on top of the DTOF because I had DTOFs. I didn't like it on top of the DTOF. I always thought it didn't work with the line of sight. I always felt as a collector, it's either line of sight or
it's
lower.
Too high up. What's the point?
Yeah. And I always felt that didn't work, that was something that, so it was really, I even owned the Bat. Do you remember the Bat? The Hot Toys, the Bat, that giant 1/12 scale vehicle.
Oh, okay. Yes. I never got it though.
Yeah. I ended up getting it discounted, and that too was a volume challenge to display. That was really, really difficult. And I wasn't a big fan of the vehicle, and I ended up just selling. I think I ended up selling it at cost, to be honest with you. I wanted it out. It was just not enjoyable to do so. But going on to this one, like I said, it's not a very informative video. I'm going to plug myself. If you really want a deep down breakdown of the Ecto-1, the original one, out of all the ones I've seen, I think I do the best. I really do, and it's not trying to tote, but I really do.
No, you really do. You broke it down.
I really do break it down versus if you listen to Adam, he's bitching about, I don't know where I'm going to display this damn thing.
5, and they sent us one of these. This is it's absurd. Everything about it is absurd. It's 1/6 scale. So Egon, Spengler stands, they're all like this tall. Zetamore, they're all going to be 12 inches tall to fit in here. And you're getting an idea about how gigantic this thing is. I'm so excited. I'm also a little daunted because I don't know how we're going to display this, but
he says that about 3 or 4 times. I don't know where I'm going to display that. And I thought that was funny. And I spoke to Mr. Mom this morning because he is the resident Ghostbusters fan. And he goes, yeah, I caught that too. It's just interesting that he says, I don't know. And he says it like 3 or 4 times. I don't know where I'm going to display this. And clearly it's not going to make it back to his workshop because he's unboxing in his office. And it's just, there's parts of it where it tends to slow down and throttle because he's taking his time. He's really soaking it in. And it's just, to me, I study the video. I've watched Adam Savage, for decades now from the Mythbusters, and I always like to study his reactions when it comes to 1/6 scale vehicles and how he reacts to it, and he reacts more cautious unboxing the Ecto-1 than he did with the DeLorean, which is just, it was very unique. So I recommend anybody, when you're not watching this evening run, to go watch the video, because it's not very informative, but it is a learning, and you can kind of see. So I fast forward how he's taking his time.
I think those are clamping parts, and this is corrugated tube, and it goes on the left side of the vehicle, which means it goes here. And yes, I see that it does that, and that the clamping part here.
Did you see that he's looking at the instructions, Anthony?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is
he worked on the Afterlife Ecto-1.
Yeah.
And he's looking. I'm not. That's me picking on him, but.
Well, I mean, but that's also the testament to Blitzway, I think, too, right? Because it's not kind of not to say that the DeLorean is like out of the box, ready to go. There is some assembly, but not much. But Blitzway is a whole nother level. So, but it is kind of funny, right? But yeah, he definitely wants. I think, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of parts to this. I mean, this is a big vehicle, like you said. I mean, what is this? 43, 44 inches.
It barely fits in my detail. No, I don't believe he. There's just I find it hard to believe, because I know that they sold out of the Ecto-1s at $3,000, and they're just not very. They work with affiliates. They're just not very generous like Sideshow, and I just find it hard to believe that they would have comped him an Ecto-1.
He does have like 6 million subs. I mean.
But here's the kicker. But here's the thing. This vehicle is sold out. What's the promo involved in it? And he very seldom talks about the Afterlife. He goes, well, you can pick up the Afterlife one. He spends like 5 seconds on it. So I just, if this was a brand new pre-order, I would believe that he got it comped. But I just know that they would have easily gotten $3,000. That would have, look, if Big Bad Toy Store comped him that's a generous comp, because it's not like, so when Sideshow comps the DeLorean, yeah, they write it off as a tax write-off at $825, but they're buying it at wholesale at what?
Sure.
$400-500?
Yeah.
Right. So and this is considered what, new old stock or old new stock. So I just find it very, very, and again, he spends a lot more time on this than he did with the DeLorean. And it's a sold out piece.
But it could also be partnered with Blitzway, in a sense, to at least show this off, because the Afterlife is around the corner.
Do you think so? You think Blitzway may have comped it through Big Bad, because he only mentions Big Bad Toy Store?
Sure, right, but but make no mistake, he's not really advertising Big Bad. He's just saying that's where he got it from.
And that's exactly why I feel he didn't get a comp versus Sideshow. He spent more time plugging Sideshow and thanking them.
Right, because this is a 20-minute video on a Blitzway product, So, and if people see this and then they realize, oh, you're right, like you said, it's gone, I can't get it. But then they see the Afterlife version. That's exposure, to potential customers. Yeah. That may just be like, well, I'll get the Afterlife because look how good this one looked. And I'm a fan of Ghostbusters. Otherwise, I wouldn't be looking at this. Right. And then because that thing's right around the corner, too. So I don't know. But
yeah. I mean, it could be a form of synergy. Like, all right, look, we'll give you a good deal on this. Mention our store. And then because the link takes you directly to anything Ghostbusters and Big Bad Toy Store, the Ecto-1 is sold out. And so you're not essentially plugging it. And you know what's the cruel irony with this? At the end of the video, he goes, I think I want to weather it. I want to make it dirty and rust it or weather it. I'm just like, well, you're describing the Afterlife is what you're doing. I go, so apparently it's too clean and he's going to work on it and he's going to spend time on it. And I was like, so I go, but yeah, I'm not the only one that caught that. He had a lot of patience. He's reading the DeLorean. It was just short. It was just, and he was making
shredded open the box and
he was ripping into it. And even Norm was correct. And it was just very different. It was just very, very, just unique
Well,
difference.
he's
But
undoubtedly a fan, I'm sure, of Back to the Future, but you know he's a huge Ghostbusters fan too.
yes,
More so, right? Much,
yes,
much more so.
yeah, yeah. And again, folks, the best place if you are considering the I'm going to remove this because I do have
I typed in the chat too in the stream.
Is it okay? Here we go. Here, here we go. All right, hold on. I was monologuing and I missed good old Nate, didn't I? Here we go.
That's okay.
There you go. I messed him. It was Renault. There you go.
Didn't want to interrupt.
No. You once you start, you gotta. I start. Nate, you're always more than welcome. We're gonna have some fun in it. We're gonna. This is the return of the 1/6 scale vehicles, and the reason I say return is because we have some familiar faces coming back, right? Where in 2020, 21, boy, I really want the Ecto-1. I missed it. Danoby and Mafia and Nate, I missed it. Or the Batmobile. Yeah, that was before my time. Oh well, or the DeLorean. Well, life has given you a second chance. So are you going to step up to the plate now? Or has the tap out storm the quantum storm that's pruning everybody, right? This is what sucks. This is what sucks because the collecting the toy retail world has given everybody a second chance, and now they're being tested again. What's the excuse? Because I remember hearing the excuses back in 2020 and 2021, and this is it. This is coming in really soon. Just talking to a few people, even you, Anthony, you're like, shit's about to get real, Danoby. I need to start prepping for some of this stuff. because
it's true.
Because like that, it can go on a wait list. It can go into I want Nate to come in so I can bitch at him because he jumped the gun on the whole DeLorean wait list. I think
but that's not necessarily a bad thing though. I told him that. Yeah. Because you're saying he jumped the gun because he got scared because it went blue screen.
Yeah, and I told him you need to wait, and because I kind of agree with was it CB or a few of his boys on his panel that said, look, it's an automated system. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It was an automated system, and with safety protocols programmed that when orders climb up a certain amount, it triggers the early warning, the right. DEFCON early warning, and then it has to be verified by human presence, 2 human beings with 2 keys. Do we have enough stock? Yes, right, we
simultaneous do.
Simultaneous lock. Exactly, right? That's exactly because we've seen this. It's not, it's not like
sure. I was only saying that because I don't really give him shit for it because you want the DeLorean and it's here, right? Yeah. So, whereas like Cobb Vanth got me, right? That was during a weekday, I think, not a weekend, but I ended up, I would like a Cobb Vanth, but I jumped on it when I saw the low stock and I did my pre-order, but that's still 6-8 months out.
Yeah.
Right. So then I can kind of feel that way. But with the DeLorean like shipping now, and it does show up as a low stock and you want it, it's like current. So you see what I mean? I tend to be like, okay, well, if you really want it, then sure. I would be scared too in that situation, to be honest. Had I not already purchased mine, I probably would have freaked out and did it too, because I really want it and it's now. It's not like months from now. If that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. Loco, are you down with the Ecto-1? Let me know. P-Rock, my boy, if you're still on, I'm just curious if you're getting the Ecto-1. I want to take a tally. Jay's probably in bed, but Jay, if you're still awake, do you know if he's getting the Afterlife? I would assume so.
Jay really wants the Afterlife.
Okay. I'm just curious because I know he has the. I mean, technically, if you really don't need both, but it's
Well, no,
It's,
he
you
just
know,
has the Ghostbusters.
yeah,
So, I mean, I know Jay wants it. I don't know if he's fully
yeah,
committed yet,
and
but I know he
it's not
wants it.
because he has it. So theoretically, it's not needed. Uh-oh, speak of the devil, and the devil shall rise from the.
Hey, hey, what's up, man?
What's
What's
going
up,
on?
guys?
What's going on?
Oh my
We're
god.
look. I'm doing audits, Nate. Look, this is the return of the 1/6 scale vehicles.
Well,
Everybody,
more like the attack of the 1/6 scale vehicles.
attack of the 1/6 scale vehicle.
Or the
Well,
attack.
but he's right though. This is literally like 3-4 years ago, or plus more.
Mhm.
Like everything's back.
Everything's back.
Everything's back in some fashion.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'm the victim here.
I'm the victim. Of course. Of course. It's about to get real, guys. It's about to get real, man.
This is it.
Like the clones are coming too. Like,
This
not only
is-
the vehicles, the clones are coming. You got
this
the emails?
this is it. This is gonna be it. But look, folks, Ecto-1, there's only a couple places I know that are legit. One of them is Big Bad Toy Store. You can get the Afterlife, and then the other is Spec Fiction. I am affiliated with them. Coupon code mentioned Danoby2. You save $10 off. You help support the channel. But those are the only two places. Remember, the Ecto-1 isn't being distributed through Sideshow. So I'm assuming that once mine is shipped from Todd from Spec Fiction, that's it, right? That's waitlist immediately, right? Big Bad,
Probably minus a couple other stores that may have a small 1, 2, 3, allotment. But
do you
that's it.
think the comic book stores will? I mean, you saw the
I don't know. I'm sure there's some owners out there that really love Ghostbusters and feel like somebody would also love Ghostbusters and have a potential 1 or 2 in stock. Maybe a floor model in the store so people can see it. And then,
How bad was the original Ecto-1 when it sold out? I know it took some time, right?
It
sold out.
was about a week, dude. I'm not kidding.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, it went into wait list when mine shipped. It was like a 24, 48 hours when my order was fulfilled. And then so it was wait list for about 7-8 days, and then it was sold out and it was gone. It was fast. And I remember at the time, King Zach, he was sending me messages like, look, there's a small batch. This is when he was in with Sideshow. And he's like, Danoby, if you want this, it's not gonna last. I go, don't worry, Zach. The minute it dropped in Hong Kong, I pre-ordered it because I knew, and I shared the logic. I go, I knew even without him telling me about his inside source, there was gonna be a small batch because of the way Ghostbusters was not in vogue. Remember, we had just come out of Ghostbusters 2016. Ghostbusters was pooped on by those chicks, right? So I knew that was already, I knew that was already going to be a small batch. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a small batch, and so forth. Retailed for $1,400. It was the last year too that Sideshow was collecting tax. There was no tax. I didn't pay tax on my Ecto-1. And
lucky.
And I shared, didn't I share my receipt with you, Nate? I know I shared my receipt with you.
Yeah, at some point, I think you did either on one of your streams or on Geeking Out. At some point, you did share your receipt.
Do you remember what the shipping was? Was it $100?
Was it $100?
I don't remember.
Maybe I downloaded it at some point, but yeah, I remember you sending it somewhere.
I sent it to you for reference. You could always use this to as for the Jedi Archives. Like, this is what it costs.
Jedi Archives.
This is what it costs. This is what it entailed. My Ecto-1 Afterlife is paid off. I'm gonna leave it like that. You folks know the story.
It's paid off. So anyway,
so it's paid off, and then my DeLorean's charging tomorrow. I want a second one.
So you're gonna hold out for the 10%, see if it gets in stock.
I don't think it's going to go into stock. I was actually talking to Anthony about this. I don't think, in fact, I don't think it's going to go into stock. This is the problem. Let me pull up the DeLorean. Let's move it to the DeLorean.
Because I'm waiting when that hits. I'm waiting when that hits. I'm going to check if it's going to be a 10% I can use, because you can use a 10% now on the tumbler and it's in stock. If that hits up in stock, I'm going to immediately try to use that 10%.
Yeah, but what if it doesn't come in stock?
I don't think it's going to go into stock. That's my fear. I just don't.
And that's my fear too. Yeah.
And the evidence that I'm using to speculate this theory is what happened on the weekend. It was the early warning system. It was something entered our atmosphere from the north, and it triggered the radars, and it's sent it into weightless. It did that for a specific reason. That was an early warning system that I was still confident that it was going to reset. That was letting them know that there's X amount of batch, and all right, let's keep it open. Let's push it more. That wasn't. I don't think that was conspiracy. Does anybody feel that was conspiracy theory? Oh, Sideshow's trying to. No, I think that was an early warning system.
Yeah.
Well, my one of my theories that I was sharing with Don and Mr. Mom, they were saying that it could possibly be that the warning system came up for only the pre-orders, and the pre-orders just are pretty much vanishing in stock, and now we got the excess amount. There's always that excess amount that Sideshow probably will have in store for extra sales, right? And probably now they're going to be dipping into the extra stuff now. That was our speculation.
Right. So you're saying like maybe they had 300 in pre-order and they were down 280 in pre-orders, so the low stock showed up.
Yeah.
And then that cleared, and then they have another 200 that's going to be ready for like ship next day. Is
possibly.
What you're
possibly.
The problem is if you really want it, and I don't know if you want to take the risk, because the only difference of 10% is like $80. So
$80, man.
It is. Yeah, I'm with Nate on that. I'm all about pinching pennies right now.
You know, man.
Okay, I got
risk
your
is part of the game. I mean, if you know. You better play the clip. You got the clip.
Risk is part of the game. You want to sit in that chair.
Okay. Okay, I can't go without a Star Trek reference, So
that was good. You got me there, Mafia. I might do it, but I'm waiting on the trigger. I'm waiting on the trigger for that 10%.
I know. Here's my only thing.
I don't think it's gonna. That's the problem. I don't. And look, I'm all about the deals. I saved a fortune last year. I'm all about helping the folks in the community. Don't pre-order. I've switched it. I'm like, oh, you cats out there better freaking pre-order now. You're going to miss out on some of this. They're not doing that heavy. They're not doing the armor or Toontown Ahsoka that will never sell out, or Captain Rex. No, we are in the age of small batches. I just don't think, and from what I've been told from my Hong Kong sources, that they only got one batch in Hong Kong and China, and that was it.
I've had multiple sources, like legit sources, Sideshow including, tell me that there's not a lot of these.
No.
Oh, that's scary. That's scary. Danoby, I did send you the picture you sent me.
Look at that. You see what I mean? I'm glad you pulled it up. So back in 2019, February the 7th, 2020, when I got my Ecto-1, Sideshow charged me $191. Freight.
Wow.
Freight. It came in a special truck, I shit you not, and a signature was required. Again, this is all part of the journey, like something like this. 100. So yeah, when I say that Big Bad Toy Store, I think they're doing $4 ship, but Big Bad Toy Store increases their prices to compensate for the $4, don't they?
Oh yeah, they're like, hey, here's $4 shipping, but it's $2,300.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or something,
they'll bump it up. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Appreciate that. But yeah, and no tax. This is because I purchased this before they started making tax. $191 freight is how that came in, and it's funny seeing someone like Adam Savage just unbox it, and he was sharing his pain with the audience, which I thought was cool. Because did you see the video, Nate? Did you see the whole?
Oh yeah, I saw it completely. There was some slight moments where I was like, why are you doing that to the body? But it overall was a good video though. It was a good unboxing.
Yeah.
I just and you caught where he was like, I don't know where I'm going to display this. Where he mentioned it several times.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Sideshow has been known to put something on waitlist and bam, it's available days later. Happens with statues all the time. But again, that is the weekend staff, if that's what you're referring to. So I don't take anything solid through Sideshow as far as real numbers, unless it's on a business day. The weekend, I mean, right, Nate? Didn't it trigger over the weekend?
It was Saturday. It was during my show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, you can learn from this, but I don't think it's a true wait list. And that's why I told you, like, just wait till Monday. Let's get some real numbers here. That way you're not, spooking. That way you're not spooking the audience, right? Because you went on, right? What happened? Where's my clip? I got to put this clip because what you ended up doing was it Sunday?
Yes, I'd say it's a full-scale panic. Are you having a run on the bank there yet? Well, it's rather brutal here. We're advising our clients to put everything...
It's Nate, it's funny because that's exactly what happens when these vehicles drop and everybody's on their buy-sell groups and like, I need to fundraise because of the risk of it's legit. I mean, this could really, there's a good opportunity that you can actually miss out on the DeLorean. I need a hero car and I need a stunt vehicle. Not just the one I drill. I experiment. I'm going to unscrew things. I want to see if I can mod. Then I have the hero car. That's the one that I'm going to keep in the Peterson Museum, right? That's the one that doesn't get touched.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. But like I was telling Anthony earlier, I go, the second one has to come through one of my preferred comic book shops in the country that offer me free shipping and no tax. And actually, Anthony just threw in he provided another one. He verified another one for me. I don't think I'm allowed to. I don't want to say the name though, because I keep these secret.
Yeah,
to be safe, because
Sideshow
backups.
Yeah. I apologize,
people.
Audience. I really do. If you really want to know, you can DM me on Instagram or Anthony, or Nate on Instagram, or even through their channels. If you'd like to know the authorized retailers throughout the country that offer free ship and no tax. And I just don't want to say them because my backup was always Alter Ego, and Alter Ego is no longer my backup source. So, so yeah, quick plug for Anthony joining in. Biz, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me, him. I just don't want to say these retailers because these are authorized distributors from Sideshow, and they're under new management. So I don't want to jinx them. I don't want to get them in trouble. Nate is part of Geeking Out. So you can always reach out to him. As long as you're not a troll. I am allergic to trolls. Back of the hand.
Brian, no, it's for the people. You got to message him privately. He ain't gonna announce it on my stream.
There you go.
Yeah, because Sideshow goes after them. They don't. Sideshow discourages against free shipping, free tax.
No free tax. Yeah,
which is ridiculous. But I feel like they feel like by companies doing that, they're taking away customers from Sideshow, which is ridiculous anyway, because you're selling the stock to them anyway.
Yeah,
you're already at wholesale pricing that you're already making a profit from to begin with. So let them make a little bit of, it just, I don't know. So yeah, that's why we have to kind of keep it hush hush on that stuff.
The mystery vehicle. Oh, did you kids out there forget about the mystery vehicle? It's coming.
I feel it's coming, man. There's no doubt about it.
It's coming. Do you remember, anybody in the panel? We're gonna have a class here. Do you remember when this was teased on the Hot
I went
Tools?
live.
Do you remember the month, the year?
Well, if I go check my channel, it was last year.
It was last year. It was last year. It was right. It was right
9 months ago, 10 months ago.
That's
Well,
good. No, that's good. That's good. It wasn't a trick question. I was
Yeah.
just curious to know if you remember. This was announced September 22nd. I just looked. I wrote the date down. September 22nd, 2022. Hasn't even been a year yet, and a lot of folks, even including me, feel like it's been more than a year. In my mind, because my head lives in the quantum realm, the quantum, so time
Yeah.
tends to move faster for me in my head. I felt this was announced about a year ago. It was not. Because every time I bring this up, Jazz Inc. is making one.
What, didn't they drop this? Didn't they
look,
drop this like a month or a few weeks after Jazz Inc. did theirs? Didn't they do that?
Shortly, yeah, it's like a month or so.
Yeah.
I mean, because Jazz Inc.'s making one, and supposedly InArt says they're making one too. But again, that's kind of irrelevant though, right? Because if Hot Toys is going to want to put something out, they're going to put it out. And I don't think it's a matter of, it's like how we talked about before. It's just having options out there. And do you have brand loyalty, or is this one you more preferred because it's smaller in size, or maybe, it's cheaper in price, or, having those options available for everybody is a win-win. So it's not like Hot Toys is going to be like, oh, I'm not going to do this because there's two other companies doing it, right? They'll still do it if they want to do it, and they very well might do it.
This is a refresher, just a friendly reminder, because Christian Dutour is joking about it, but I joked about it, but I'm assuming he's serious too. I felt this was about a year ago until I looked at the actual post date on Facebook. Like, oh my God, this was in September. This was during my birthday week. And I felt like people, you can steer a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. And because time moves really fast for us collectors in the quantum realm, a lot of us feel that this was a long time ago. And like, oh, why do that when you can just go through or InArch? InArch is making it. InArch is making it. Jazz Inc. is making it. And this is just a friendly reminder, Anthony, so that when this son of a bitch drops, and Nate knows this, right? Nate knows this, that when a product like this officially goes into pre-order and creates a conflict of interest that rivals other competitors, I come out. I come out and I just shit out hard. Conflict. That way I don't hear, well, it's accurate. Or like, I just put the deposit comments. I just made the last payment. I just put the deposit, $250, $300. Well, he's not going to give you your money back. You knew this was teased. I didn't think it was going to come out. Why did you assume that? Right? This is just a refresher. And even for in the panel, refresher to Anthony or refresher to Nate, that look, this was in September of 2022. And I still believe this is the next 1/6 scale vehicle announced, not including the M1 fighter. I still believe the Naboo fighter is inbound. That's going to be Star Wars drama down the road.
That's going to surprise a lot of people. Like, a lot of people have been saying that's not coming out. It's too damn big. But I'm like, where's the faith, guys? Keep the faith strong.
Thursday. We're thirsty. We're thirsty. I don't believe InArts. Look, InArts has to just pass the first fucking challenge I gave them, and they're even struggling with that, right? So I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. Back.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see with them, right? That's what it comes down to. I mean, that's what yeah.
They make it too easy. Nate, InArt makes it too easy for me. Come on. They make it too easy for me. I hide in the shadows playing my Overwatch, and you see, I love you, Dante, but you see respected influencers.
Oh boy, you brought up Dante.
Oh, Dante, I love you. Don't hit me.
Oh no.
And he's trying to prove everybody by making you're making things worse, dude. You're gonna like, Dante, pull it back. In case Dante's listening, pull it back.
Smooth criminal.
What is this shit? What Mario? What? Oh, he's.
I
Gonna
thought he
get
was
that.
asleep. He told me he was going to bed. He was falling asleep.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no! Whenever Danoby
Backstage.
brings up drama about Faith and N1 Starfighters, El
Oh,
Professor's
no.
got to come out. He got to come
Yeah,
out.
it could be. It could be. Man, I'm trying to find this video. Sorry.
Yeah, El Professor is still brokenhearted about the Jedi Starfighter that never came out. Well, don't worry, 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. There's still a chance, guys. There's still a chance.
When was the N1 fighter announced?
It was during
San Diego
Summer
Comic-Con,
showcase.
right?
San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, a week before San Diego Comic-Con.
So we haven't even made a year on the N1 fighter, right?
Yep. It hasn't been a year yet.
No, it has not. No, it's not. It's pretty recent. Remember, because they showed it off in, was it Hong Kong? They had an event. I don't remember where it was. Was it in China or was it in Hong Kong? They showed it there, and then they showed it off at San Diego. Right?
Well,
yeah, that's what it was like. Back to back.
Yeah, it
and
was
then
San
I think
Diego
they showed it in
and
Thailand
Japan.
too.
They showed it in Japan as well.
Okay, Japan, that's what it was. It was Japan first. That's where they had to.
But it wasn't. We haven't actually hit the 1 year mark, and everybody seems like it's right. This is the thing. This is why I joke about it. We all tend to live in the quantum, or time moves super fast. We haven't even made a year yet because of what, of the tap out storm that happened in January, and collectors, having wholesales and sales, and the Ferengi Commerce Authority that's liquidating the what is it, the FCC, the Ferengi, the FCA liquidator Brunt's clearly been paying a lot.
Damn.
So time's moving really fast for us. I'm like, the Own Fighter was just, I feel like I just did a 4K blast on it, which was in July.
Yep.
So we haven't even been a year, and everybody feels like it's forever though. So
I still enjoy going back watching those videos, man, of the N1 Starfighter at San Diego Comic-Con, and you explaining that it's all built up together, like it's not one whole piece. So that gives us hope that it is, it's going to be possible to get shipped out. So it doesn't not have to be necessarily be a freaking 6-foot box to get shipped out. They can all compress it into, half the size at that point. Not a freaking 6-foot box for your N1 Starfighter.
Isn't this comment everybody's theory on the panel? I know this is Anthony's theory, right? Where I just assume it's going to show up when season 3 starts. Do you agree with that, Anthony, or you don't?
Well, if it comes out, that's the time.
So,
in my opinion,
it could either be the beginning or at the end of Mandalorian season 3. Is one of those two.
Anywhere between March to May, I think, is a fair bet, because they can either do it at the beginning of Mando season 3, or at the end of Mando season 3 would be approaching May 4th, right?
Yep.
If it's a week, if it's weekly, and let's say there's 10 episodes of Mando, it starts March 1st. It could end May 7th or something, the finale. Right, or somewhere like so then, okay, here it all is. Here's season 3 of Mando. Guess what? Here's May 4th celebration. Blah 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 blah. Everybody's still hyped because they watched the show. It's fresh in their mind. They got this, So
hey, May 4th could be easy pickings right there.
Yeah, God damn it.
That's why I'm saying between March and May, I think is an ideal time. So and this was my argument, Danoby, is that they made 2 of these sizzle reels. This costs money. This shit ain't free. I don't work for free. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. This is what you do. This is people pay you to do this. This is what you
Yeah, you can tell they put a lot more love in the sizzle reel than they did with the
I mean, I'm just saying I didn't make this, but you know what I mean? I do similar stuff, and it's so somebody, that's time, that's money invested into advertising a product. Why would you advertise a product that you have no intention of selling?
And remember, this is the Mandalorian brand. And pretty much anything that's possible has been coming through the Mandalorian brand.
Well, what comes first? We need does the Star Wars Celebration come first, or does May 4th come first?
So,
I
Star Wars
know it's
Celebration
in
is
Europe.
on May 4th.
Oh,
Celebration in London is May 4th.
is
Yeah.
it?
I think
don't
so.
know.
I don't know the dates.
Star Wars
don't know.
Celebration is usually May 4th, though.
Anybody want to Google?
No, I don't
anybody
think
in
it is, bro. I think it was like April
Celebration
or
is in April. Oh,
the-
God.
It's in April. So
yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna say.
shoot.
So I was. It's not during May 4th. That's like its own like.
yeah, and so there.
Wait. Someone's saying, okay, so we're gonna have to fact check because people are saying May 4th. So they could change it to where, because in America,
Yeah, but if you look at
okay,
Star Wars Celebration,
Europe 2023. Just do that.
Yeah. Okay, so if I hit buy tickets right now, it's April 7th to April 10th.
Okay, so it's going to be in April then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, it's being fact checked. There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Celebrations in April 7th. So, and Hot Toys has been known to make con exclusives, right? So that's a whole nother.
Oh, this will
chapter.
probably be shown off if Hot Toys is going to London.
If they're going, yeah.
That's a big thing, right? They probably, I don't think
I
they
don't
would,
know.
but
Yeah, I don't know if they would or not. That's
So
the
I'm
thing.
wondering if that's the case, because last year Star Wars Celebration was May 4th, right? So if that's the case, then they're probably going to drop a whole bunch of stuff in April versus May 4th, unless they're going to split it. Like May 4th is going to be another batch.
Yeah, because
pre-order
last year
stars,
we got Bespin Luke on like
Mm-hmm.
April 25th or something. You know,
Mm.
it was before the May 4th. Because remember, May 4th, we just got the 5 Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
You know, the clone and the
Aldroid,
pilot and the droid. Yeah,
C-3PO.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So, because I remember covering that on my channel, I was like, whoa, it's not even May 4th yet.
Mhm.
And they dropped a Bespin Luke.
Yeah, I remember I did a stream on that.
Right. Yeah. So who really knows, dude? Right. I mean, but my whole point is from a videographer standpoint, right? People who, you know, from making videos like this, I know that it's time and money, dude. Why would you do that if you're not gonna?
Yeah. It's just one of those situations where you like I said, me and Nate, we know it's coming. The question is when, where, and how we're gonna bring it into the collection, and which again brings me back to this vehicle, because I know that the competitor is charging a lot of money.
Usually.
And so that history doesn't repeat itself, because I will be brought into that. It will be, once this comes out, I don't buy the whole accuracy bit, and I don't the whole quality look. You're going to have two products again. One's going to be more affordable than the other, and it's going to be the exact same path as it was with the Batmobile. Now, I'm going to kind of stick with the Batmobile now, because what I experienced, Nate, when I visited my good friend, the Hadalorian, right? And his collection, is that I had fun playing. He just let me play with his Batmobile 89. And the possibility of building a Bat garage sounds very attractive to me.
Mm-hmm.
It just does. In fact, we bounced ideas, and he goes, Danoby, I want a Bat garage too. And I'm like, we now live in a point in time as a collector that we can build a decent Bat garage at retail at a fair price, not exorbitant amounts of money and so forth. And going back, because I try never to go back and travel back in time. And you guys have heard me. Anthony's heard me. Nate, you've heard me. How much I despise the Tumbler, right?
Yep.
I just, because I had it. I owned this vehicle. I'm going to bring it up here. I had it in my collection, and I had challenges on displaying it. To me, the vehicle was not fun. It's not like the DeLorean. It's not like the Ecto-1. The Ecto-1 was fun. My little girl, my daughter was like, she's 8. She was like 5 at the time. She had fun playing. I let her play with it. She put her dolls in it. She just had so much fun. I had fun playing with it. The Ecto-1 was just a lot. It played music. She loved that it played music. The DeLorean, I've had fun modding it. I've had fun videos with the DeLorean. It's a fun vehicle. The Tumbler, when I owned it, I did not have fun. It didn't roll. It was dark. It wasn't illuminated. The little antennas in the back, two of mine just broke. I ended up crazy gluing it, and something breaks, that funk starts to set in. But the fact of building a kick-ass Bat Garage in my collection sounds very appealing and very attractive. And I feel like I can find space in my heart to let the Tumbler back in. And you preach this, Nate. You said, if there's a coupon, because I haven't purchased it yet, but 20% is my threshold. If this ever goes into BOGO or a generous coupon, it's most likely going to go home. And because now I have an opportunity to build, and not only that though, I also have to anticipate, well, Danoby, if you're going to do a Bat Garage, right? You now have access to the 89. You can get the Tumbler at a fair price, probably a discount, and anticipate another Batmobile, right? The Robert Pattinson. That to me, I know that son of a bitch is coming out, and that to me is very appealing. So I went from like, I hate the Tumbler to like, ooh, I can have a Hollywood
garage, like Jay Leno.
Garage.
Yeah.
And that sounds badass.
Make sure you get once it's go Jay Leno, you're good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like for me, my plan has been in effect for a while now. Is that and Danoby knows that I am going to have 3 Batmobiles.
See, go ahead, Anthony. You have the stage. Share the pain.
Yeah. So it's okay. So now I have the 66 Batmobile from Jazz Inc. coming. So I got 66 because it's 66. Got the figures, right? I have the 89 Batmobile, and I haven't decided yet who I'm going with on that one. And then I want to get the other one, the 95 Batman Forever as well. So those are going to be my 3.
So you're getting the Batman Forever one from Jazz as well?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I want
the ever in your favor at that point. Dear Lord.
Say that one. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No. May your wallets be ever in your favor.
Oh, I know. But you know what? And that's a problem, right? Because you're spending a lot of money on vehicles, right? So, but those are the 3. Because I get where Danoby's coming from, having like the kind of I didn't really care for the Dark Knight trilogy, so I'm like, I don't want this one. But 3, because then 3 is perfect, because I also have the DeLorean on the way, and I have an Ecto-1 After Life coming. So that's 5. That's 5 vehicles, dude. At 5 vehicles, it's kind of like, okay, you really have to choose moving forward. If you ever even want a 6th vehicle, it has to be Knight Rider kit or something, or it has to be something very memorable to me in my youth, rather than something new. Like, this is still technically new to me, the Dark Knight trilogy.
So the Tumbler doesn't seem appealing to the fact that you can have a cool Bat Garage now. That's not enough.
Yeah, because 3 is all I really need. And if I don't, here's the thing though, I don't really like these movies. So, okay,
if somebody plenty of times, yes.
But what my point is, why would I buy it if I don't like it? If somebody gifted it to me, right? Yeah. Then maybe I would be like, well, thank you very much. I'll hold on to this and I'll add it to the collection or something of that nature. But I'm not going to actively go seek this. Just like I tell anybody, dude, the DeLorean's going to go. Don't buy it if you don't like it. That's irrelevant. The relevance to that statement is, if you do like it, beware, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you secure whatever you want, because vehicles are expensive. They take a lot of space, and it's a big commitment. And monetarily and physically in the space that you occupy in your life, right? So 3 for me.
It's stressful where to display. You saw it right there from Adam Savage. I don't know where I want to display this shit. You saw it from him. What are you going to do with the box? Well, you going to throw it away, or are you going to save? Are you going to pay for remote storage? Are you going to, right? There's all of these. It's part of the journey that I started the live stream, just to kind of, because I know we have a new batch. I know we have the brand new batch from 2020, the first class, the X-Men first class of collectors who are now been blessed with the opportunity to own a 1/6 scale vehicle. And it's different. Well, yeah, have it on pre-order. Yeah, but have you completed the journey? Do you know what it entails? Do you know?
No, but see, yeah, because pre-order is not shit. Because, like,
Yeah.
for example, I know you and other people have showed me. Not that I know you're getting it, but oftentimes people pre-order, like that's it, like pre-order. So, like, you pre-order a DeLorean for $82. Most people will do that, and then they get a surprise visit from Sideshow or whomever that says, "Hey, you owe us like $870."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like Goodfellas, it's fuck you, pay me. They don't care.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Well,
so
And
you
then-
don't have a choice.
Another
Yeah.
thing too is, like, let's say you have payment plans on, let's say for example the Jazz Inc. Batmobile, right? You already got almost like what $1,300, pretty much about there. You're about there paid off on that payment plan, and then you realize, wait a minute, I'll probably be able to go and get this half the price. So why do I need to go? Because when you make that decision to pre-order, you got to, be
Well,
aware.
see, that's your fault, right?
Yeah,
That's
you got to be aware
in my
of
opinion,
the decision you're making right there.
right?
Yeah.
Because then that's not fair to Jazz Inc. or whomever, right? That's not fair to Comic Concepts if you Josh or anybody or any shop, even Sideshow. If you end up putting in all this money and then towards the end you're like, fuck it, I want to get out,
You
right?
end up punking out. Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of whatever, you should commit to,
Yes.
because it's a commitment. It's not a hot toy. It's not, it's a big vehicle.
Did you? So let me. I'm going to test you here, Anthony. How committed have you gone with the Jazz Inc. Batmobile 66? Have you put a deposit down?
I don't know anything on it.
Okay. Oh, did you?
It's done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done. It's done. It's 100% coming. It's done. Yeah, I don't know the 66 and the DeLorean. Okay. I don't know anything.
Okay,
well,
so okay,
tax and
that's
shipping
cool.
on the DeLorean.
I don't need to. Okay, so where I'm going with that is that 6 months or a year down the road, what if Hot Toys drops the Batmobile 66? Is it going to sour your experience?
No, I don't think so. Because the difference is, and I give Yost the benefit of the doubt on this, because his newer stuff's been amazing compared to the older stuff. I know there was some bumbles along the way. I get that. I also know, like, if there's any problems, he'll take care of you.
Okay.
So
I'm not even worried about the quality control. I'm more worried that
well, price to cost ratio. Maybe I get your point, right?
Price to cost ratio, and then what that does to the market, right? The market meaning,
this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them. We should not have made this bargain.
Which is what happens.
I love that meme. I love that meme.
Yeah, and then people who put the deposit down and they don't get it because now you have some folks are just happy with the more affordable version, and because now there are two, which then affects it just will. It will absolutely affect the value. So if you spend $1,500, there's a good chance you might not be able to get that on the secondary market because the demand drops because now there's an alternative option.
Right, because most people are frugal.
Yeah.
Which I understand.
Here's the thing about being frugal. Like, there's collectors right now in the chat saying that, well, if you don't have the $1,500, then do not buy the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. Do you just tell? At that point, you just tell them not to do it. They're gonna still do it no matter what, because there are people out there that literally canceled on that Batmobile. They pre-ordered because they wanted to go with the Hot Toys version. Collectors are
but oddly enough, it's kind of crazy. He actually got more orders for the 89. It kind of benefited him in that respect. But I will say that that's only a concern to you as a collector. If at any given point in time that you want to sell it, then I can kind of understand that.
Yeah.
To a point. But at the same time, you have to look at the differences. And it's not to say that one is better than the other, but let's just go along with this this hypothetical, and let's say Hot Toys does drop the 66, the particular version that I got has like the carpeted, you know, flooring, the leather seats, like 30 something lights, things of that nature that you may not necessarily get in a Hot Toys version, though it might be cheaper and it might just do the job for you, right? Because see, that's where I'm at right now with the 89. And I said the same thing to Yost. I said, well, I don't know if I'm going to pick up your 89 yet, even though I own some of your products, or am I going to get the Hot Toys one? I was like, I'm taking a wait and see approach on that, because again, there's no like brand loyalty, right? It's like, what do you as a collector gravitate more towards, right? And then you make your decision. My only gripe is that I think people should, within reason, right? Unless something happens in life that's just,
I don't understand that whole loyalty thing. I'm glad you're
commit.
bringing that up. Sorry to cut you off, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't have a loyalty, you know. I just don't. Like, okay, I'm friends, right? Full, you know, obviously I'm friends with Yost. That doesn't mean I'm buying everything that he makes, right? If there's an alternative that I prefer, I'm going to go that way. It's not a jab at a person as a human being. It's just me as a consumer, right? There's no loyalty there. I'm not going to go around and shit on you, right? That's different. That's more of just a, you know, a friend thing and integrity, you know, that type of thing. But as a consumer, like if I prefer to go this route, I'm going to go that route. And that's all it should matter in life. Like as a customer, you buy what you want. But I just feel like if you're going to buy something, because regardless of where you go, this shit's not cheap. So unless something happens in life that's like emergency, I say commit, right? Because that's the most irritating thing in life, right? Where, you know,
another thing I want to bring up too is that collectors are going forward now. You need to just make sure financially where you can, you know, progress in your collection. Look at your collection, see what you can progress with, and if the Jazz Inc. Batmobile fits in your budget, then go ahead, get the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. But at the end of the day, just remember that, you know, it's like people find it easy just to cancel on figures. Like it wasn't only the Batmobile, you know, getting canceled. There, not only Hot Toys got hit with the cancellations because
and that's what I'm saying. Regardless of the company, I just don't like people who cancel all the time.
Yeah, me neither.
And I understand life happens.
Yeah.
But I think what really grinds, I think what comes to me is it's more content creator. And I'm not like naming names or anybody specific, but like when you're like, yeah, I'm going to get this, and then you don't get it, like you bail out or something. Then I'm like, well, wait, where did you get it? I mean, you could say, oh, it's from Sideshow, so it doesn't matter. That's like, oh, Amazon, you know, they're so big, it doesn't matter. Well, it still kind of does. But most people will go to other, you know, local shops, smaller shops like that. And then I'm like, wow, if you're going to do it, just do it. It's not like a wishy-washy. This hobby shouldn't be wishy-washy is my point, right? Like if you're going to do it, you know, again, unless something happens in life, you're like, shit, I need money, family emergency.
Yeah, that's a different story. If there's an emergency,
right.
But
My fucking water heater broke and I need $6,000.
There's
okay, I get
out there
it.
that will literally just cancel out the whim just because I don't know what I was thinking when I pre-ordered this. That's their reasoning. I see posts every day on Facebook saying, I didn't know what I was doing with this line. I thought I was into Marvel, but really I'm not. So I'm just selling what I can and canceling everything I got. I'm moving back to something else. I see that all the time.
So this is I'm going to use 8-Bit Flea brings a interesting comment here, which I'm going to. Okay, so he's right about this. I did verify this, that the Jazz Inc. 66 goes to 3-4. But again, with the power of 2, it always affects both values. And we've seen this time and time again with Hot Toys. For example, Loki, my original Avengers Loki, right? From 2012. My God, I saw that son of a bitch go up to almost $700 because he was the only one. The minute that they offered a 2012 Loki, I'm lucky if I can if I wanted to, not that I plan on selling him. I'm lucky if I can see anywhere from $300 to $400. So it's always that power of 2, and
well, yeah, there's diminishing returns.
Exactly, and it's
right,
and it's
because you're gonna have multiple options now.
Exactly. So at that point, you may purchase it, but if that's why I brought the hypothetical question to Anthony, that look, if Hot Toys comes out with 66, most likely going to drop in value. This is how it works.
It
And
may
then
dip a bit. You're right. It may dip a bit, but is that a concern of you? Where someone like me, I'm gonna get the box and I'm gonna throw it away.
yeah, if that's not your intention, then it does not affect you. I just wasn't sure well, if you're friends, then you're loyal. For example, if the Hot Toys makes the Robert Pattinson Batmobile and they only charge $600 and it has all the cool lights and features, and then Jazz Inc.'s version offers smoke. Well, it's better, it's more accurate.
Well, then it's
And I'm
preference,
loyal,
right?
and I don't understand that loyalty because you're friends, or your loyalty because I've always said
and that's
right?
why I said I don't have that.
Yeah.
I have loyalty
Yeah.
as a friend. I don't have loyalty as a business, right? If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, because that's why they can't. Because that's what could possibly happen. That with Robert Pattinson and everybody's making payments, like I can get 2 vehicles now because Hot Toys is offering this.
Now there's a certain extent there though. Like, we'll go along with this. Let's say I bought I'm doing payments on the 22 Batmobile, right? And I'm pretty deep into it, and then I decide, or I see a Hot Toys one for much cheaper. But see, that's not who I am. That's not in my character as a human being. Because then what would I do? You know what I would do? I would say, well, a dead ass on. I swear to God, I would just be like, well, I'm already committed to this one. I'm gonna get it.
And that's how you should be. That's how you should be.
Right, and I just wouldn't entertain the thought of the other one. And the truth be told, what I may end up doing is I may end up getting both 89s. I just very well might, and then I can but that's more on my content creator side, because then I might just be able to be like, hey guys, look, I've got both.
Do a comparison video.
I can compare, just as an opinion piece, right? This is the differences that I've observed being an owner of both versions, right? Yeah. And then at which point, I could off whatever one I don't really want to keep, because I don't need 2 89s.
So my standing with either Jazz Inc. or Hot Toys 89, the reason why I went with the 89 Batmobile is because I have so much in my plate that my budget does not fit the $1,500, $2,000 Batmobile from Jazz Inc. And I'm already aware of the quality from Hot Toys.
That's cool, as long as you don't do it because you're friends and you're loyal. Because I'm sorry, it's not toy friends, right? You know what
right? It's toy business.
It's toy business.
Straight up.
Look, come closer. It's toy business, not toy friends.
Twins, Basil.
Twins.
Oh my God. You did it. You did it. You did it. You were talking about this. You did it. Oh my God.
I love
it. John D. Oh, John Deek. Bless his heart. Thank you for the super chat. I own the Jazz 66 Batmobile, and it is remarkable, and I am very picky. You are. I can tell you that the Hot Toys 66 Batmobile will release one day. They are still actively working on it. Let's just say they're having issues getting the paint job perfected. Thank you for the super chat. The twins the twins say thank you, John.
Excellent. Thank you kindly for the generous super chat. Danoby2 extends his praise for your support.
Man, mixing it up, man. Loving
it. Cinnamon is on break right now. She's on hiatus. I'm going through the twins, Basil, twins. John, thank you for super chat. I keep preaching this because the problem is that Hot Toys they've been resurrecting shit from the dead. They've just gone into the graveyard. Howard Chan has been sending his boys with the shovels out to the cemetery, and they've been digging up prototypes.
Yep.
And I
you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend the invitation when you come down here. You come over to my ghetto ass apartment, and I'm gonna let you take a look and record the 66.
Your 66 wouldn't hold up to my 4K blast. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You can have your.
I might
own
make
as-
you.
you
I
know?
might make you cry, and then my audience. You know what my audience is going to say?
Mr. President, I don't know what to believe.
And that's fine. That's okay. That is okay. Because I know you're not going to buy it, but I have faith in that.
Are you kidding? I was there, Gandalf. I
was
went through the
there
jazz. I was
3,000 years
there.
ago.
I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago.
Did you not see? I mean, my
To the credit, Hot Toys
look,
didn't do that great earlier
You want to know
either.
how super villains are created? Speak to the Hadalorian, right? He took multiple leaps of faith, and heaven forbid, if you expose the Hadalorian to a few spirits, oh my goodness, let's just say the Hadalorian should never visit the Netherlands.
Well, I'm going to be
there.
completely honest. Like, make no mistake. Like, I will be completely honest with my purchase.
Yeah.
Regardless, right? I mean,
Good.
it's like, again, it's like friends or not. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Good and bad. If any. So, it's just the fact is, it's cool that there's options out there. And
I would buy this, by the way. I would buy this as a spite purchase. If Hot Toys makes a 66 Batmobile, I'd have it right behind me too.
Yeah.
Nate would too.
Well, you could. I mean, that is certainly within your right. But I think it's going to be good. Nothing. I mean, there was a couple of issues, but those were taken care of, and that's understandable. So for me, I'm excited.
So what you're saying is that it sucks to be the first entry level backer.
Nah, because he doesn't do that anymore. Right? He doesn't do that anymore.
I don't know.
So he's made it pretty clear that he's not.
That's his motto now. Like, if you're the first batch, if you're the first backers, thoughts and prayers. I don't know.
I think that was just for that fucking BVS back in the day, to be honest.
There's other reports that the other BVS Batmobiles that came out after the third batch was still having issues.
There was four versions of that. Do you know how I know there's four versions? Do you know how I know there's four versions of the BVS? Expose a few spirits to the Hadalorian, he'll tell you. He follows that.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I am aware. I am aware, but I also know that, like, if there's an issue,
it's not just with the BVS though. Remember, I 4K blast the Falcon cockpit. Ask me how many versions of the Falcon cockpit is. I should get the Hadalorian on here. He'll tell you how many versions of the Falcon cockpit was reiterated, was gone.
I am well aware. Yeah. I am well aware. I'm just saying, I think now he's in a different position.
Okay.
Well,
and I'm not trying to say that as an excuse. I'm saying that I think moving forward, this is all good. I mean, John just said it.
Mafia probably is right about that. You just gotta see when he finally gets his decision.
Yeah, exactly. Because nobody wants. Look, no business wants to have a failure after failure because they won't sustain. They cannot sustain that way. So clearly, something is right. It's better. Okay. Perfect example is Danoby's favorite company is InArt, right? If there's some issues with the Joker, being that it's one of their first figures. I'm not saying it's imperfect, but if there are some issues, right, then moving forward, they learn from those mistakes. See, that's my thing. If you're learning as you go and you're getting better as you go, you're not getting worse as you go. That's the problem, right? That's how I look at it. So I'm excited. And if it ends up being a flop, which I highly doubt, I'm going to say that, I will say that.
I believe
because this is what it's all about. I want cool vehicles.
I believe you. So I'm going to put my tinfoil hat. I think I told you this already on this one here. I'm going to move to my little tinfoil, the mystery, an additional, because I said the mystery vehicle is most likely going to be the Robert Pattinson Batmobile. And that's going to be a whole fun of drama down the road because conflict of interest, when it conflicts, I'm going to be part of that. But the Flashpoint movie with Ben Affleck and Batman, he's on the cycle and so forth. For some weird, if this movie is $1 billion plus and it's just praised and so forth, I get the weird feeling because of the time travel segment we saw with Zod. We know Batman, he's already been established. He's not as newbie, he's already rugged. Who's to say Batman doesn't scream down Metropolis in this?
That's possible.
That's my wild card. That's my wild bet. I still feel this isn't off the table. Hot Toys has been going back into the graveyard. They've been resurrecting things from the dead. I still feel this has never truly, and it takes the Speed Force, a jolt of the Speed Force to hit Hot Toys to kick him in the ass. And I'll give you an example. Zack Snyder's Justice League, which was phenomenal. The Speed Force hit Hot Toys and they resurrected Cyborg. Just like that. Just like that. This was something that I told you, Anthony, that I want to cement this in the stream because I feel that this is a potential. I told you so. I told you so.
So Mafia's internet went down. He just messaged me.
Okay. Oh, his internet went down? Okay.
Yeah, he should be back.
Okay. Let me address this super chat. CT603. If you can afford an Ecto-1 or multiple DeLoreans, you can afford a Jazz Inc. Let's be consistent, kids.
CT is jabbing at me. CT knows damn well what is my list of figures coming out this year. And also, we got the N1 Starfighter around the corner as well. And also possibly vehicles coming out from the Flash movie. All right. So I'm sorry. The Jazz Inc. is not going to fit on that budget when I have other possible figures coming out in the near future, as well as I'm an army builder. So I'm going to be army building troopers throughout the year. So CT603 knows damn well.
This is different. And I understand your point, CT603. By the way, thank you for the super chat. The problem is that I owned both vehicles. I owned the Justice Mobile, and at the time I owned, and I still have the Ecto-1, and it is light years apart as far as quality, marksmanship, dependability, the value, what you get. I showed you folks out there that my Justice Mobile, before Yost had to step in and buy it back from me, because he did. He took it away from me. He bought it back because I couldn't stand it. And only a few friends out there knew. They knew how angry it made me feel.
He's covering Anthony's face.
Sorry, I'm gonna bring it.
It's okay. My internet went down. I'm sorry. I don't know. So I'm on my phone now.
Well, you're probably experiencing the windstorm where right now in the West Coast. Or is it windy out there?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything just shut down. So I'm just on the 5G now, the cellular on my phone. So
no, it's windy as shit out here in Vegas right now. We're under like a.
You had like 80-mile-an-hour winds or something.
You can't compare. Right? You can't, because the Ecto-1, and you even see it through with Adam Savage's unboxing video, the detail underneath the vehicle. You saw the pipes and the motors and the mufflers. You didn't get that with the Justice Mobile. My Justice Mobile was kept afloat with candy dishes. I showed you folks out there. I had 2 candy dishes, right? And when I went to visit my buddy, the Hadalorian, I busted laughing. I fell on his floor. The reason why I was on the floor, because I laughed so hard, because he goes, yeah, Danoby, my struts started to disintegrate. I had to put wooden blocks from the kids. I busted out laughing. That's why I showed you that. I did that little skit, and because I just went over to just check out his '89 Batmobile. I'm like, oh my God, Sean, you're fucking killing me. You're like, yeah, Danoby, the vehicle can't support its weight. So there's a difference between quality and so forth. Not to mention, the Hadalorian was the ones like, Danoby, this is pissing me off. I need to bring over the cockpit, and you need to look at it. And I was just like, what is this? I had to 4K blast that. So I'm very skeptical. And I'm not calling anybody out there a liar when it says, I really love the Batmobile 66. Good. Art is subjective. If that makes you happy, cool. It just something like that from that retail company doesn't meet my standards. I spend a lot of money.
That's understandable. Like you had a couple of sour experiences, so I totally get that.
Not just one. It was just I witnessed and I experienced two in my hand, and that's
to be fair, that's how I will be. Like if when I get my 66 Batmobile, if I experience things like that, I will address such things, right? Praise where praise is due, so, and criticism when criticism is due. So, I try to look moving forward that, again, as I mentioned before, I don't know if you heard me before my internet went out, is that, companies, as long as they're constantly improving, and I'm good with that moving forward, because I get that, right? I would be upset too if I bought that Batmobile and realizing that it couldn't, support itself or anything. So, but anyway, I digress.
Anyway, I'm going to move on to John Deek, but let me give thanks to CCO6.
Look, come closer. It's toy business.
Sorry, wrong one.
Excellent. Thank you kindly for the generous super chat. Danoby2 extends his praise for your support.
Oh, there you go. All right, John Deek. All right. Yost is sending me the 89 Batwing for free to review. He knows that I will point out anything I feel that is not done right. I am, however, hoping it's done right. Review should be up by May. All right, John. Don't make me lose faith in you. You better 4K blast that thing.
4K blast.
Don't stand 6 feet away at 1080p. It's like, that looks great, folks. No. I'll come. You're in California, right? I'll bring my gear and the studio lights. I'll 4K blast that thing so hard, I'll make the kids cry. Thank you so much for the super chat. You already had the twin, so I'm gonna give you cinnamon.
Wow, thank you so much for the super chat. Danoby extends his gratitude for your support. Trust knowing your contribution helps. Bye-bye.
You're army building thank you girls right now.
Who doesn't like cinnamon?
I love it.
Army building thank you girls.
89 bat. Okay, so John, I'm a little bit skeptical. Why is he sending you one for free?
You just said it to review.
But isn't this like isn't the Batwing like 3K? Isn't that what he's charging or some shit like that?
25.
So he has a heart of gold and he's giving this tree free. John, I don't know, John. What's going on? You better don't 1080p this review. I want the cyborg. Yeah, me too. I want the cyborg. Where is that damn thing? Give me the damn cyborg. I do. I really want that. John Deek, that's awesome. He didn't buy back.
Well, that's the thing I was going to bring up to you. Because the complaints you've had with Jazz Inc. It's people feel it's forfeited because you did get refunded back.
Yes, he bought it back, but that was a series on unfortunate events by public opinion, so forth. So yes, Jazz Inc. did purchase that, not just because he reached out. That was a series. You folks, Anthony, you know the story.
I remember.
That is a series of unfortunate events that led to that by several individuals, where then Papa Yost had to come in and clean it up because all of that started because of that. And then it was single-handedly. So that was a PR move. So I've never what's the word? I've never denied that. I've always said it. He did. We were very cordial. I've always said that. We were cordial, civil, email, provided the FedEx, so forth. And he bought it back, and then that was done. What the audience feels that may be jabs is still me critiquing the experience from my past experience, helping the folks guide their way through the future. so that we don't end up with situations of well, now there's two, and now it turns into splitting hairs and semantics. Well, mine's better because mine's is accurate. I'm like, is it really? Because I think that's all bullshit. Ultimately,
Well,
now
that part, yeah, that I agree with.
that's all
But
bullshit.
that
Now
part I
you've
agree.
been prevented. There's two, and one's going to be more affordable where you can buy two vehicles and the other one isn't. To me, that whole story was all about money. You have an affordable opportunity. Anthony, Nate, everybody in the community, everybody's listening. We are our job, right? It's not Toy Friends, it's Toy Business. Our job is to curate our collection at a fair, decent price and curate the things that you love. Nobody ever wants to have that one sour piece that you got ripped off, you are not ripped off, or you feel that you can get the best value.
Right, just dissatisfied with it.
Dissatisfied. This is one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I think a lot of collectors got pruned out or tapped out, because they were led by public opinion that Ahsoka was going to double in price. So Toontown Ahsoka was going to double in price. Captain Rex was going to be the next Grail. The 2-pack Boba Fett set was going to be the next hot stuff. And then it shows under BOGO. Then it shows under discounts. Then it shows on this. And you're like, well, I bought this all on retail, and now then it's appreciated. I'm going into statues now,
though, right? Because going
into statues now.
But those are two. I get what you're saying. They are different scenarios, but I understand what you mean by that, right? But that's under the impression that people are. Gosh, I don't know how to say this, but that I think is under the impression that people may be into it for reselling value, right? But at the same time, like, you know me, like, I have a purge going on right now. I'm selling a lot of figures.
You're curating your collection, anticipating the future. That's what you're doing,
right? And I'm not sour that I may lose a few bucks here and there on said figure, because I won't lose on all figures, right? Some will sell lower than others. That is the nature of things, right? It just depends on what you're selling. If I was to try to sell an Ahsoka, yeah, good luck. I probably got to sell her for $150, right? I get that. But I feel like if you are, see, I don't even like saying it in the phrase that you are a collector, because then I don't try to stigmatize other people, because you can collect however you want. But I don't think that value is a concern to most seasoned collectors, and that, without trying to sound elitist, right? You just know that I'm making changes in my collection. I know that maybe some of these figures I've had for a long time, maybe they don't sell as high as I'd like them to, but if they sell within an acceptable margin for me, then I'm going to do it. I don't look at that as a bad financial decision if the end game proves to my advantage, right? Does that make sense?
It does. It does. It does. You're anticipating a potential loss. It's not where some collectors don't anticipate the loss, and that's where they become jilted, right, or tapped out, and they're like, I'm going into statues,
and that's their fault. And I'll say that, right? That's their fault. When they start selling all their shit off and it dwindles down to like 30, 40 figures, and they realize, well, maybe I made a mistake, and then they just want to go off and go down a different route. Well, that's all on them. I mean,
and the different route is this? Is it this one? Are you referring to this one? Less is
less is more.
Oh my God, you had that? Did you have that ready? Oh, get out of here. No, oh my God.
I mean, come on. I'm trying to be good. I mean, come on. What do you guys think? Look, 3 figures is all you need? No, I'll stop. Let me stop.
No, I mean,
let me stop.
To each their own. I'll say it in that way. You collect however you want to collect.
John Deek again with the $10 super chat. Thank you. Would you like to drive down? Don't invite. I'm a vampire, John. You invite me. I'm bringing my friggin' gear down there. I will come. And I'm like, and if I see that you're shooting like on an iPhone 12, I'm like, no, I'll bring in the big guns. We'll bring in.
I wanted to. Are you gonna be doing the cinnamon video or the twins?
I'm gonna see. I'm John.
Everybody loves cinnamon.
I'm gonna do the. I'm loving these twins. These twins are like a national treasure on my channel. I swear to God, they're like. I just.
Excellent. Thank you kindly for the generous super chat. Danoby2 extends his praise for your support.
Tell you what,
Hey, give me a sec. Hey guys, give me a sec. I'll be back.
Go ahead.
All right.
So let me. So would you like to drive down to a live stream unboxing review? Yes, I actually would, as long as it's not on the weekend. Stream my channel. I could always shoot it in 4K afterwards. I'm in the Calabasas. Oh yeah, we'll make a trip. I'll swing by Phoenix and pick up Anthony. We'll turn this into.
Whoa! You're just recruiting me. I'm an introvert, man. We gotta plan this shit out.
We gotta.
But yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll turn it into a cannonball, run. There you go.
We'll just caravan and do that'd be fun.
That'd be fun as shit. But yes.
FYI, I just went outside. Over here it's definitely windy.
It's windy, right? Yeah, there's a windstorm out here in Vegas, folks.
Yeah, and over here in Phoenix it's coming.
Yeah. Let me look at the questions here. And I'm gonna end this really on one last subject. So we're talking about the return of the 1/6 scale vehicles, the Batmobile 89, the Tumbler, the opportunities of building a really cool 1/6 scale garage, and the challenges it takes. But I still want to remind the folks out there that the other IPs also have their own little vehicles as well too. Star Wars has like the ATRT. I'm still putting money down on this guy right here showing up. I know he's gonna show up, the Hot Toys version of the.
Oh
Vulture.
yeah, that's
gonna be awesome. Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah. This one was this official tease. I'm looking at the date, May 23rd, 2022, which another tease that I feel like feels like it's over a year. So this one's fast approaching. I believe this habit that Hot Toys has done with these teases last year. I do believe them, regardless if it shows up into pre-order a year or 2 years or 3 years down the road. I do believe it. When I was listening to the streams on when Michael Keaton's Batman was announced and the Batmobile, I heard that one phrase. I didn't expect this to come out. I just heard it through 3 or 4 streams. I didn't expect this to come out. And my question to you is, why didn't you not? I mean, they toted it through multiple shows. They showed it.
What did people not expect to come out? I'm sorry.
89 Batman and the Batmobile.
And the Batmobile, and yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know. I've told you, Danoby, I knew this shit was coming.
Yeah.
And that's not because of inside knowledge. To me, and I no disrespect, I felt it was more of a common sense thing, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean it made sense that Hot Toys would do this 100%. I'm like, Keaton's back. That's a big deal. DX09 is old as shit. The Batmobile's old as shit. Why would they not capitalize on that as a business? It sounded right. But to your point, I understand what you're saying though. Like that, I expected. I don't expect the Vulture to come, but I don't doubt that it won't. Right? It won't be a surprise. Like some people you're saying are like shocked. Oh my God, Batman and the fucking, it's not going to shock me if the Vulture gets announced, but I don't see it happening as like in terms of there's nothing marketable there in pop culture right now. But of course they're going to put it out. Like it's expected, but it's not like I'm not expecting it around the corner type thing. There's no tent.
Isn't there a Spider-Man script already or pre-production for Spider-Man?
They're working on. They just signed a contract for Tom Holland for Spider-Man 4.
So
sure,
there's a good. So if Michael Keaton shows up as a Vulture, because Sony's been itching for the Sinister Six. They've been itching.
Correct. Yeah. At that point, that's a tentpole event.
Yeah.
Where I would be like, okay, that's I'm not saying it's never going to come. I'm just saying I didn't expect it as much as say like the Batman and Batmobile, right? That's obvious. We've got a Flash movie, Keaton's back, et cetera, et cetera.
The reason why people feel this way that things aren't coming out because we have so many that are still in the coming soon lot. But again, if people, I don't know if people are blind or have not seen what's been happening, but Hot Toys is literally coming back into the coming soon lot and bringing back figures that we thought were never going to come back.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Hot Toys is making, it's been happening a lot. Like, and then people are still complaining to this day. Oh yes, it's not another Iron Man. I'm like, they haven't released another Iron Man yet. They've been releasing multiple figures that aren't Iron Man. I'm like, I don't know. I guess just either people are losing faith, or they're not, or they're
swamped. The Hot Toys is just, they're still trending close to 130. I've been saying them, like, they're still. I expect every night there should always be a release, not a new pre-order announcement. Like, come on, Hot Toys. Like, where's Cyborg? Where's the clone? Oh, Clone Trooper notifications went out. Did you talk about that?
Yeah, I did not.
Okay,
me personally, I did not.
Okay, Clone Trooper notifications went out. Yeah. What did I get? And then the DeLorean and so forth. But yes, the notifications are going out from Sideshow on that. Cobra Collections, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. A huge live stream 4K review of upcoming vehicles would be epic. Come on, guys, 145 watching. Make it happen and put your money where the mouth is. Thank you so much. Did you want the twins, Cobra, or Cinnamon? Because I feel like the girls are working hard. I feel like I need to take them. I mean,
we only saw Cinnamon now. Once, man. And if we're rapping, then she needs a final appearance.
Excellent. Thank you kindly for the generous super chat. Danoby2 extends his praise for your support.
With the twins.
We go. Yes, John D. I will track him down. We're going to turn this into a cannonball run. I don't know how. Cross country. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun road trip, though, wouldn't it? I'd have to get a rental.
Yeah.
I'd have to, because I drive. Well, I don't know. I drive the electric car. I'd have to stop at charges. I'd want to do a whole, like, a true cannonball run. That'd be fun. It'd be fun. Think about it, Anthony. But you're 5 hours away, though, aren't you? Each way.
Yeah.
Shit's far.
Yeah. I'm far.
You are far. But that is it. Look, folks, brace yourself for impact. It's gonna be 2023 is gonna be a real bitch, man. It's gonna be an interesting year. Don't sleep on the Ecto-1 After Life. Best place to get it is going to be on Spec Fiction. Use code Danoby2 for code off. Help support the channel. Special thanks to Mafia for joining in and sharing his thoughts. I'll make sure to put the link in the description or video description if somebody wants to put it in the comments too. That would be cool. And then Nate, man, for joining in. It's always good to have a little bit of good and evil in these conversations, even though I try to be good. You know, teacher, I hope I was good. I really wasn't. I really wasn't trying to.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad because the chat wasn't like going after Danoby for everything, so it wasn't that bad.
I'm trying to be.
Yeah, I think Danoby behaved this time.
I don't know. I mean, on the good meter, he was probably 6 out of 10.
Have you seen him on Geeking Out? Man, he goes all out there.
I was gonna say it's better than a one of your streams or a Sunday night.
Yeah, he was tame.
He did all right.
He was tame here.
He did all right. He did all right.
Oh my God. Where's the pain? I'll end it with the pain. Where's my pain?
The pain.
Where's my pain? The pain. The pain.